Hey guys, Orville here. It's been a while, I know. Well, I've got a couple of reasons as to why I've decided to spread out my video recording sessions, and yeah. Anyway, just to go through the list, just to keep it simple and short, I've pretty much decided that whenever I'm sick or I'm not feeling well, whenever I'm sick or I have a cold or just something like that, I'm not going to record because, well, for any more explanation of that, just take a look at some of my older videos. So pretty much I've decided when it comes to my health, don't record when I know I'm not feeling well or if I have a cold of some sort because it just makes me sound really weird. Other thing I decided pretty much is um, I'm not going to record when my beard is when I've had my beard for more than a month. I just figure if you want to know what I look like when I haven't shaved for a while, just check out my pictures on Facebook or something. So there you go. For those that don't follow my WordPress blogs or haven't been keeping up in the last couple of months, I've got a couple of new things going out. I'm not going to give you a full summarization here, but I will go over a couple of big cliff notes. First and most importantly, I have finally made the jump to publishing. Two of my original stories from what I'm now calling the Serene Adventure Legacy series are now available as ebooks on Amazon Prime. So, they are Our Family Matters and As Life Goes On. They're both on sale for $5, and you be able to get the link over, and the link that I will be giving you in my video description for this. And on the same note, I am going to continue publishing books throughout this year. I'm actually in the process of writing a blog, sort of an update on this front, but I'm just started writing my first nonfiction story called Orville Unleashed, which is a chronicle of my life. I'd say about the second half of my third year of high school to the first half of the current school year here in Boston. I'm not gonna go into everything because number one, even though I'm very proud of my ability to recall things from my own past, I know my memory isn't perfect. And the other three is I'm not going to go into too much detail. As a lot of it just goes along the lines of things that are left unsaid. So if you're hoping for a chill-out book, you're not going to get it in this book in particular, but you are going to get it in another book that I will speak more to in my fiction press blog. I am also going to be I'm also going to be writing two children's books. I haven't named them yet, but they will both be nonfiction, and they will both be like just really short stories that you can read with your kids or read to a class. Just some good wholesome fun. And I'm going to stop sucking my teeth now. But anyway, those should be done by the end of this summer. I haven't decided yet if they're going to be ebooks or physical books, or if I'm just going to publish them as both, like I am with the autobiography I'm currently writing. But it should be interesting. Um, Moving on now. I just caught myself from ad-libbing. But anyway, moving on to other things, I'm really ramping up and kind of like pretty much expanding what I'm doing with my blogs. I mean, so far, I'd say for the last 7 to 8 years now, I've pretty much been a two-trick pony. Actually three, where I've really only talked about video games, anime, and manga, as well as fan fiction. But thanks to this new toy, well, I shouldn't actually say it's a toy. It's to this new camera that I got for my birthday a few weeks ago. Um, I've really expanded my horizons in terms of what I can do. Those of you that follow me on Facebook already know this, but and those of you that know me from my time in the city already know this as well. But I'm really good at taking pictures of all kinds of stuff. And the cool thing about this camera, it's an HD. Excuse me. It's an HD quality camera, and I have a 32 gig memory card in this bad boy, and pretty much when I see something that looks interesting, I'll take a picture of it. I share a lot of what I take on Facebook now, um, and have been since I've gotten this thing. But I'm going to start sharing things on my WordPress blog too. So if you've only followed me on Facebook, but you don't follow me on WordPress, and by the way, you don't need a WordPress account in order to follow me on WordPress. Now would be a good time to do so. Now that I've got this thing, I can record video too, but I'm going to defer the video recording to my other devices. And just to give you a brief story, the reason I decided to finally get a real camera is because of the horrible quality of the pictures I took during Anime Blossom with my other devices. When I saw the horrible quality, especially after the Clannad panel that I did, I was like, you know what? I'm going to have to go buy a camera. So that's what I did. I bought this camera, so pretty much sky's the limit. And when I'm taking a picture, it's pretty obvious that I'm taking a picture and not just being weird with my other devices. The other big purchase I got, another big thing I purchased, yes, that I got for my birthday, is this pretty cool toy. It's a JVC wireless Bluetooth speaker. Well, I actually have another Bluetooth speaker from JVC that's a third of the size, but the cool thing about this bad boy in particular is it's a JVC charge, which basically means that I'm going to pull this in so you can see it. It not only does this thing boast up to 12 hours of continuous battery life, but it also has an ion lithium battery inside of this that you can use with the USB port I just showed you to charge things. So, like, for example, I can take my iPod and charge it while I'm playing music, or I can charge my Vita through it, or I can charge my 3DS through it while actually using it. And as sort of a word of caution, if you choose to pick one of these things out, it doesn't come with a headphone jack like the smaller ones do. So you'll have to get an auxiliary cable that you can use to connect this. Oh, I said JVC. It's actually JBL. But anyway, you'll have to get an auxiliary jack if you want to connect this thing up to the old-fashioned way. If you don't have a device that has Bluetooth compatibility. This thing, actually, I can't even play anything because I don't want this video to get flagged for copyright. But anyway, I'm just gonna have to say, trust my word when I can say that this thing is powerful enough to be heard clearly on an entire floor. And I actually had the distinct honor of being able to test that out at work last week. It was awesome. But pretty much, yeah. It can also it's also very portable too. Whereas even though it's the size of a small sub, it's portable. It boasts a long battery life, and as I mentioned earlier, you can also charge your phone, your smartphone, your iPod, or whatever while you're using it. It has 2 batteries inside of it. But that's enough about that. Moving on to the other stuff that I currently do in terms of fan fiction, I pretty much hit a huge writer's block in that regard. So, which is why I've shifted my focus to writing original work more. I'm gonna have a pretty interesting blog out later. Not blog, an interesting video out later today on CNN. I actually made a comment about the fact that CNN has sort of pretty much narrowed their focus in recent years, where they're only focusing on 1 or 2 things. And a lot of people may not realize this is it is something that I didn't even know until I went to college a couple years ago. But CNN is very biased in terms of what they will cover. I mean, I get the whole ratings thing and the whole business models thing, but come on. After a while, talking about a missing plane for almost 2 months now, it gets kind of old. I mean, no offense to those that are directly affected by that, but considering CNN is one of, if not the most powerful international news organization in the world, there are other things that they should be focusing a lot of their time and resources on. I mean, I'm not saying they should just completely just stop covering it, but like they should only really talk about it when there's things worth talking about. I mean, it's just been pretty much no news, and it's not really their fault. So that's why I say they should focus on other things. Anyway, I'm going to be creating more videos in the near future, so I hope you guys will give me your time of day, and I'll see you in another podcast.